Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Olivia here with Olivia's Romantic Home, and in today's video I cannot wait to share with you some trash to treasure makeover projects. So I like to call this kind of like my paint therapy. I don't know if I have told you before, but I used to have a flea market booth actually for several years. I found tons of treasures and washed them and made them cute or painted them and then sold them locally. So that was super fun. So without further ado, you guys, let's jump into this fun DIY thrift store trash to treasure makeover project video. I am so excited to share these trash to treasure projects with you all. So I have been helping do a house clean out, and so I got all of these items actually for free. I have this old chair that has definitely seen better days, this wreath, several baskets. This basket was in okay shape, but the other basket was definitely dingy, and I wasn't for sure if I was going to roll with that one, but I went ahead and threw it into the project. I also really love this lamp. It was kind of that old gold brass, and I definitely wanted to give it a cute little facelift. So here's a sneak peek of the after. There is that chair, you guys. How amazing does that look? I cannot wait to share with you all how I transformed these items. I really think that some paint and some TLC are just what the doctor ordered, especially for summer coming up. I wanted to do a lot of pastels because I'm going to be transforming a lot of areas in my home to some more French farmhouse, French country, shabby chic, but also some coastal vibes. So I cannot wait to share with you guys some brand new DIYs with that. Now, I started out with this chair, and I knew the first thing I needed to do was to remove the seat. The seat was in really bad shape, and I wasn't even for sure if it was going to be able to be salvaged, but it was just really the fabric that was really dingy. So I went ahead and put my Bob the Builder hat on, got out my screwdriver, and unscrewed the screws from the base of the chair to remove the entire chair. Then I used my method, Wood for Good Daily Clean. I am in love with this. If you guys order from Grove Collaborative, definitely try that method cleaner. Also, I do have a coupon code for a 5-piece free gift set if you guys want to try some of the Grove Collaborative products. I love getting yummy cleaners in the mail. So anyway, back to the chair. I used this Wood for Good cleaner and I gave it a really good cleaning. And then the next thing I wanted to do was just to go ahead and mix up some homemade chalk paint for this project. Now, this chair probably is going to be more of a decor piece, so I'm okay to use the homemade chalk paint on this piece. But if you guys are going to get a lot of traffic out of your furniture pieces, I definitely recommend probably just going to the store to buy your chalk paint. But I used just 1 cup of regular paint to about half a cup of baking soda. So for the colors on this, I used an antique white, and then I squirted a couple dabs of black into the antique white color, and that gave it kind of a gray color. It's a little bit hard to tell in the video, but it does have a little bit of a gray tone to it. Again, I'm moving into kind of this French farmhouse vibe that I'm absolutely loving. I do still love a lot of pastels and whites, but I wanted to give a different tone to some of my projects. So you guys, again, painting chairs, you think it's super easy, and actually it's not bad. I love painting because it's kind of like therapy to me. So I'm just giving it one good solid coat, and I do start with the chair flipped upside down. Once I have a good coat going on the underside, I flip it over and do the top side, and then flip it back over and do the underside again. So now you can see I've just gone outside and I am using some of my husband's camo spray paint. It's actually like in a tan matte color, and I'm just spray painting the basket and the lamp base. I didn't have a whole lot of spray paint on hand, and I did not want to brush paint the baskets. You can definitely brush paint a basket, but it takes a while. So anywho, I am just spray painting this with the camo spray paint. I ended up going in with a little bit of rose gold spray paint because I wanted to give a different dimension and kind of textural element to how this display was going to turn out. And then I also went in with the little lampshade base because I had found a silver metallic, and I used a silver metallic with that. And then after those two coats dried, I went in and I brush painted just a little bit of the kind of creamy gray chalk paint over that. So many layers here. I couldn't make up my mind, to be totally honest with you guys. Did you guys ever do that? Do you just completely randomly paint things, decide to paint things again? So anyway, here is the metallic spray paint that I found, and there was quite a bit left in this can. So I went ahead and spray painted the basket, and now I'm just using this thrift store jacket that I found. I thought this was so clever. This was just an old jacket. It had stains all over it, but the base had this kind of ruffled trim. And so I completely cut off the ruffled trim. I knew I wanted it to fit around this basket, and it ended up being perfect. I couldn't even believe how perfect it was. So I'm just taking my hot glue gun and I'm hot gluing in and around the top part of the edge of the basket and just gluing the trim to the top part of the basket. Now the trim was a little bit rough on the edge. You could definitely turn the edge under if you wanted a clean edge, but I'm okay with a little bit of shabby chic vibe. And so it was definitely meant to be, because where the jacket came around was a button and it fit perfectly around this basket. Also, if you're doing a round basket, you can make it fit against your basket by just making a little pleat with your hot glue gun. So I just pleated it right here so it would fit really well against the basket. And there it is. I buttoned it. So I have two options. It can go on the ruffled side or the basket side. I am so in love with how cute this basket turned out. I'm definitely going to be incorporating some stripes and some of that kind of coastal vibe into my French farmhouse. Wondering if there's such thing as a French farmhouse coastal look. Anyway, I'm using the metallic spray paint and I'm spray painting my little grapevine wreath. And then again, I did brush paint a little bit of the wreath with some of that gray chalk paint. I thought that gave it kind of that rustic French farmhouse vibe, if you guys know what I'm going with here. Now, I did want to do something with that little gold rose frame, but I just didn't get to it. This was a big day of painting for me, you guys. So here is also one of those chairs that I painted. Now this chair, if you guys watched my spring home tour, which I will link down below, was a dark gray. And I noticed in my home tour that was just a little bit too dark for this space. So here is also the finished part of this chair makeover. And I did go to the thrift store to find some kind of beige striped fabric that I used to recover the chair. So here I am finishing up the metallic spray paint on the lamp, and here is the lamp turned on, and then I turned it off so you guys could see up close a little bit more detail. I did leave kind of this silver in and around the top, and then I just brush painted very lightly some of that gray chalk paint. So it's kind of a two-tone look. It's got kind of the grayish off-white chalk paint at the base, and then the top with the lamp shade. So here it is all put together. Comment and let me know what you all think. Now, I really want to order a specialty pillow, but this little pillow is just the DIY Trash to Treasure project that we did from my last Trash to Treasure project video, and I will link that video down below as well. Just some really simple and easy pillows that we made, but I am absolutely loving this. And I think it's just so perfect for spring and transitioning into summer. So here I am. It was so nice out. First it started out in the morning cold, but then it got nice. So I took my chair project outside, and I'm just sharing with you guys how I finished this up. I did end up giving it 2 good coats, letting it dry about 2 hours in between time.
Once the paint on my chair had dried, I did go in with some sandpaper and I just sandpapered the edge. Also, you guys can take a rag with just a little bit of water on it and you can distress it that way as well. I didn't show that part because I've never done that before, and I did get a little bit too much distressing a bit at the top, but I think it definitely throws in that French farmhouse vibe. And check out this cute little seat cover that I made. I'm really thinking that that's pretty clever because I just used an old curtain piece that I found at the thrift store. So here's the other chair I decided to make over. It's a hot mess because my kiddos, well, hey, we live in our home. I've had questions about how I keep my home so white, and I really don't. I have to wash and bleach things, so just so you know.
Okay, you guys, so I got a wild hair and I decided I wanted to paint this beautiful chair in my living room with this kind of cream colored homemade chalk paint. This is probably going to be an all-day project of me painting. I hope you guys enjoy.
Full stop. Can't believe I live in your thoughts. I think about you all the time, morning, evening, and midnight. Such a wonderful delight. Forgo, give up everything that I own. Yeah, I'd give it all up now just to be with you somehow. Unexpected love was found. You're the rose in a garden, and it shows.
So for this chair, I just went about it kind of in the same way I did the last chair, except for because it was already painted, I didn't do the underneath side quite as thorough as I did the brown chair. Hopefully it's not a hot mess underneath here, but hey, we're calling it good with this. And it did cross my mind several times to cheat and go to Walmart and just grab some spray paint, but I soldiered on because I already had the paint on hand, and you guys know how I love to do that. So here is that piece of curtain that I was talking to you guys about. This was $1.50 at the thrift store, and I just loved how the stripes looked perfectly to transition into a coastal farmhouse idea. So I am just pulling off my old DIY covering job, which was pretty terrible. As you all can see, I got really impatient because we had given our staple gun to somebody to use and it never came back to us. And so I don't have a stapler to staple my fabric down anymore. So I just used my hot glue gun. You guys know me. I love my hot glue gun. It works for me. It's an easy way to remove this and redo this. And so anyway, I'm just going for it. I'm hot gluing the fabric and then I tuck it around the edges and I hot glue the fabric some more, and voila, I'm good to go.
You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say that I love you. Ooh, ooh, you, ooh, ooh. So slow, hold you in my arms, won't let go. The world around could pass us by, a thunderstorm, a lightning strike.
And here is the finished project. I have some beautiful matching chairs. It cost me absolutely nothing. I had everything on hand except for the curtain from the thrift store that I thrifted for $1.50. And I did thrift the little liner around the basket as well. So I guess it cost me a couple bucks, but hey, it was worth the effort. Not sure what to do with this little rose painting. I almost kind of liked it as is. I also found the little stand at the thrift store for $4. It was just crying my name. It's so pretty and scrolly and just perfect. You guys help me out with that rose picture. Should I leave it as is to kind of give it that vintage vibe, or should I do something fun with it? So I've got the Victoria's Classic Cottage Bliss. That is a great one. My mom gave it to me. And then the Flea Market Gardening behind it. And then here's just my little Dollar Tree DIY that I'm popping in. If you guys can see really closely, there is kind of a copper rose gold tone to that basket. I found some of that paint left over from Christmas and decided to use the rest of it. And so I have a surprise for you guys too. In one of my upcoming videos, I'm going to reset my table and do a totally different theme and probably a couple of DIYs with that. We'll have to see, but I have some really exciting projects coming for you guys. Comment and let me know what you think about this French farmhouse feel. I think it's really peaceful and cozy, and my son's girlfriend actually helped me pick the fabric for the seat covers, so thank you to her. She is such a doll.
So thank you all so much for joining me on these Trash to Treasure thrift store makeover projects. Comment and let me know which is your favorite one. I have so much fun sharing this with you guys. So also, I would love to share with you all where I get my fake cakes at. So I actually have so many of you comment a lot of different questions. I want to do a question and answer session with you all coming up very soon. We're getting ready to hit 50,000 on my channel, and wow, you guys are blowing my mind. I just can't believe how many of you all love to craft and do crazy Dollar Tree projects with me. Such a blessing. I cannot believe you guys are here, but thank you for being here. And so just leave your questions for me in the comment section below. There's definitely some questions that I have quite a bit over and over, so I'm writing those down as we go, and I'm going to get that video ready for you guys. If you're interested in seeing that, leave a comment or a question below on just what you guys would like to know about me, or how I do things, or just whatever. I would love to hear from you guys. You guys are so amazing. Also, I have an Olivia's Romantic Home Facebook group page. You can share your DIY projects there. I love seeing what you guys are up to because you guys inspire me so much, so thank you for that. I also have an Olivia's Romantic Home Instagram page if you guys want to pop over there and just tag me, and I can see your projects there. So real quick, I just wanted to share with you all a quick little fake cake haul. So these tiny cakes are so amazing because she takes little bitty containers like sour cream containers, yogurt containers, she repurposes and reuses them and makes them into these gorgeous cakes. So for the first cake that I have that Rhonda sent me was this beautiful little cute chocolate cake. She also sends mini marbles that are these like little bitty tiny cakes to go along with your cakes. So you can actually set up like a little tea party setting or any kind of little vignette that can be accented by cakes. You guys, she does such amazing work. And then my most exciting one is going along with my new French farmhouse lilac decor. I had to order a little purple cake because I have those purple bunny plates, and so I thought it would be so adorable to have a purple cake. And then she sent me this really beautiful coffee filter rose to go along with it. You guys, I don't know what it is about these little treasures, but they just bring so much joy to me, and they're so beautiful to set around. So if you have a chance, you guys definitely check out Rhonda's Rose Cottage Designs. This is not sponsored, or I don't get anything from this. I just love her. She is a truly wonderful lady, and I bet ordering a little cake will definitely make your heart sparkle and shine. So thank you all so much for joining me. If you're new, I would love to have you subscribe and be part of this exciting, crazy crafting journey. I love you so much, and we will talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.
That I love you.